It grabbed my leg and dragged me under. I never thought a crocodile could move that fast. One moment I was standing in knee-deep water, the next, I was underwater, fighting for my life. Josh Hudson, 29, from Brisbane, Australia, was backpacking through Africa with 2 friends. They had already visited South Africa and Kenya, and their next stop was Uganda, known for its lush national parks and wildlife, especially along the Nile River. On the 3rd day of their trip, they visited Murchison Falls National Park, where the Nile surges through a narrow gorge. It was hot, over 35 degrees Celsius, and after hours of hiking, they decided to cool off at a small lagoon near the riverbank, a spot suggested by a local guide as safe. It looked calm, peaceful. We were told crocodiles don't usually hang around that area. That usually almost killed me. Josh stepped into the water first. It was murky but shallow. He splashed water on his face, laughed, and turned to say something to his friends. Then he felt it. It felt like a truck slammed into my leg. I didn't even see it. I just remember pain. Burning, crushing pain. And then I was under. A Nile crocodile, over 4 meters long, had clamped onto Josh's lower leg. The force was so strong his femur cracked instantly. He couldn't scream. His head was underwater. The reptile began the infamous death roll, spinning violently to rip flesh and disorient prey. The world turned into bubbles and blood. I thought, this is how people die. Not in horror movies, but right here, quietly, in muddy water. Josh instinctively grabbed the croc's snout, trying to gouge its eyes. He'd read about it once. He wasn't sure it would work, but he had no other option. The second roll nearly knocked him unconscious. Then, miraculously, it let go. Some say the croc misjudged its grip. Others believe the thrashing and bubbles disoriented it. Either way, Josh surfaced, gasping, bleeding, leg barely attached. I don't remember pain. I remember rage. I wasn't going to die in that water. His friends pulled him out of the lagoon, wrapped his leg with shirts, and carried him half a kilometer back to the ranger station. Every bump was agony. His pulse was fading. He lost consciousness twice. With no nearby hospital, a ranger drove them 2 hours to Masindi General Hospital on rough dirt roads. Josh's leg was shredded. He needed immediate surgery. Doctors fought to save it, and they did. Barely. He spent 3 weeks in Uganda recovering, then flew home. Multiple skin grafts followed. To this day, he walks with a limp and a deep scar from thigh to shin. That scar is my reminder. Nature doesn't care if you're on vacation. One moment of carelessness, and you're prey. Josh now speaks at outdoor safety seminars. He never blames the crocodile. It wasn't evil. It was doing what crocodiles have done for millions of years. It's me who entered its world without respect. Lessons from the lagoon. Never trust calm water in croc territory. Safe doesn't mean guaranteed. And when you think it can't happen to you, that's exactly when it can.